The Honourable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, today led a pivotal one-day meeting with the principals of federal unity colleges to address the alarming rise of bullying, violence and other social vices within Nigeria's secondary schools. In his address, Dr. Alausa highlighted the growing concern over the detrimental effect of these issues, which are undermining both academic performance and the mental well-being of students. He reiterated the federal government will no longer tolerate bullying, substance abuse, and cultism, as it is not only harming the educational environment but also contributing to a rise in school dropouts and an erosion of moral values.
Also, let's also talk about some of the problems because we're victim of our own success. The government, a few years ago, elongated service for teachers, which is right, but then that led to no availability in the civil service, and that's why the government wasn't able to hire more teachers. But we work with a creative way, and we have public conversation with the chairman of Federal Service Commission, how we can creative get more teachers to our unity schools.
Addressing the press, the minister outlined the report's set of measures aimed at tackling these issues head-on.
We had a meeting with all the principals of our Federal Unity colleges, and it was our first interaction with them. We wanted this meeting to meet with them in person, talk about the importance of education. They are caring for our children, they're educating our children for the future. Education is what builds our value, builds our society, and builds our freedom, and builds our future. So we felt it was very important to meet with these principals in person. And during that conversation with them, we talked about how we're going to be focusing on a lot on discipline of our children, as principals, teachers, and parents as well that come to our school to break the rules and regulations of our school. We're focusing on governance, and we also talk about improving the quality of education, the kind of education they provide to our children. We also talk about supporting them in areas of welfare. We talked about improving infrastructure in our school. We have a President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that is so committed to revitalizing, reinvigorating, and rejuvenating our entire education system, as well as the entire sector of the economy. It was a very good meeting. We engaged in discussion with each other, and we also use the opportunity to focus on what the government is doing on bullying. We as a government, we have zero tolerance for bullying, and we're going to be going to the National Council of Education to create a national policy on bullying. We got the Solicitor General to come and talk to the principals of the Unity School of what we have today as part of the law of the land to address bullying. And she talked about a lot of things, the VAP Act, which it pertains to adults. We talked about the Safe School Act, and the other policy and other law that we have today to tackle bullying. And we'll be using several of these laws to come with a national policy that we in the Federal Ministry of Education will be working with the Attorney General Office to quickly come with that policy, and we can take this to the National Council of Education for adoption as part of our process to address bullying and enhance discipline in our society. We're going to do everything to ensure that our children get the most highest quality of education, from basic education to post-basic education, to the post-basic education and tertiary education. As they get this education, we're also inculcating discipline, ethical, moral value in them. And if you say the former Minister of State several years ago said the government had abolished bullying, it fits into what we're saying today. We have zero tolerance for bullying. We will not accept any bullying in any of our school and in our society. What we're doing now is that we're formalizing a policy that we will take to the highest policy-making organ in the country, the National Council on Education, to now have a formalized policy on this. We're very, very proactive on this. And I will say it unequivocally again, we have a government that has zero tolerance for bullying.
Okay, sir, my question, I'm just going to ask you 2 questions and I'm done.
One.
The first question is...
Mary.
It's
One.
2 legs, but let me just ask. First off, do you think that there's something that we as a nation, not you as a ministry, it's not your fault, but what do you think that we are getting wrong that is making all of these videos surface? Now, before this time, we had schools in the FCT where children are being molested, where children are being bullied. I've done stories on that. What are we getting wrong as a nation that is causing this bullying? Then secondly, you're saying that you're coming up with a policy. Do you want to tease us with what this policy might be?
Okay, good. Unless as a nation, we're not getting anything wrong. Any society, you have a lot of good people in the society and you have some bad element in the society. And with this day of modern technology, social media, one small information that you release on your TikTok, you release on your Instagram page, becomes global. So, but I'll tell you, the cases we're seeing, it's not too. This is not a pervasive problem. We're jumping and we're very proactive because of our tolerance, our zero tolerance. So we're working to address these issues beyond bullying, building an entire facade of improved discipline at the schools. So we're not getting anything wrong here. Actually, we're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing, and we're being proactive on addressing things. And a lot of things we're doing. We're just not going to use the law. You told me to give you some sneak review on the policy we're going to come about. We talk about advocacy, we talk about counseling, we talk about engagement as part of this policy. Before we even get to the punitive part, it won't just be a punitive measure again because we have to building a whole society. So we're going up, we're tackling this as a whole of society approach. So with a lot of encompassing things that we're putting together. Advocacy, education, counseling, mental health awareness would all be part of this, as well as deterrence, as part of what we're going to be coming up as a policy.
It has been functioning since 2014. But when we did a gap analysis, we discovered that there are a lot of issues with regard to full implementation of that policy, and then with challenges that are happening within the century, 21st century challenges, it is realized that there is a lot of gap that we need to review that policy. It has been reviewed. It is now undergoing validation. Today, actually, they are doing the validation of that policy. Part of the provision of that policy is the issue of teacher welfare, which incentives, salaries are all captured as part of that policy. And as mentioned, this government has a passion for education and therefore will move towards ensuring that that policy is fully implemented, not only at the national level, but also at the state level.
Key actions include a nationwide campaign against school violence, the introduction of life skills education into curriculum, and the deployment of school safety committees comprising administrators, teachers, parents, and law enforcement. Comfort Olayinka, Eco Hot Blogging TV.